This is a story I'm very excited about. Um, Supergiant Games' new roguelite game, Hades, has sold 1 million copies, and that was of September 20th. I think it's climbed even higher with like a lot of the talk going on around this game. Hades is a game that I wasn't able to play actually until it came out on like the 1.0 release of it came out this past week. It's been out in early access for I think about 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. And finally getting my hands on it personally has been really incredible. It's a great game. In a tweet from Supergiant Games, they noted that 700,000 of those 1 million copies sold were during early access, and so the remaining 300,000 were just since its official release. It's not. I haven't made it a secret that I am a massive fan of Supergiant Games. But to see them finally get the commercial success to go with the critical acclaim that a lot of their titles have had is amazing to see. It's a studio that's extremely talented, and regardless of what they put out, it's always interesting to say the least. And so I just wanted to include this in here. Go out and play Hades. I'm not paid to say this. It's genuinely a great game and one of my favorite games of the year. And to see it people actually respond to it as they have, and to see Supergiant Games be able to like actually take advantage of the early access format is also really awesome to see.
But again, I think this serves as another great example of just like how there's space to be lucratively successful in this like non-AAA space here. And just to note the other titles that Supergiant's worked on with Pyre, which I know you absolutely loved back when we were at Two Left Sticks. I think you wrote about Pyre. Transistor, which is a much beloved game. Bastion, which I think both you and I really enjoyed. So this is cool to see. I think the thing that's always really exciting about these kinds of stories is just how there's no way to pinpoint what the next big thing is going to be. I mean, Among Us is definitely like the classic example of that, right? Because it's a game that's been out for 2 years and then all of a sudden just explodes in popularity. But I don't feel like you see stories like this in really any other kind of media. Maybe music from time to time.
I'd say, yeah. Well, I was going to say just the Hades example is an interesting one because I had seen conversation bubbling up around it. Like people were really big fans of it in early access, but like that happened, like it started in early access so long ago. And so it was hard for me to really think of like when the game was out because it has been out technically for so long. And then like obviously the coronation has been this past week when it officially released. I liken that to a lot of what a lot of TV has become as of late. I think probably most recently Schitt's Creek, which is like the latest example of a show getting the Netflix bump. Like that show had been on for a while before it came to Netflix, and then when it came to Netflix, like had a whole new avenue for people to discover it and a whole new way for people to access it in the first place.
That's funny. That's what my wife and her aunt are watching right now.
Yeah, I mean, it swept at the Emmys recently, so it's also had some sort of like a similar coronation. It's fun. It's like final state, similar to Hades. But yeah, it's unlike any other. I feel like this doesn't really happen that much in other mediums.
Yeah. Now I want to try this. I'm not a big roguelite fan, but
I'm not either. You try it.
Try it. Okay. How much is it? I imagine it's what, $20, $30?
I got it. It's on sale for $20. I got it for 15 because they have that weird dumb credit system on Switch.
Yeah. I think I've got some Switch credits.
Yeah. But all I'll say is that I am not a fan of roguelike games. I do not like feeling like all the progress I made has been erased and having to start over again. But the way they incentivize you to continue playing narratively is extremely rewarding. And the story, more so than any other roguelite I've played, is extremely well done. Supergiant Games is a great studio when it comes to storytelling, but the way they manage to tell a story within that format is really well executed. Great voice acting, great writing, and if you're a fan of Greek mythology, it has a lot of really hot gods in it too.
Some hot gods.
Some hot gods.